Are you alright?
My stomach. My baby.
You! How dare you! I'm sorry. I couldn't just leave her alone. Because of you, our meeting is over. I'll tell our CEO about this. Hey, Kagohara. Are the documents for tomorrow all ready? Yes, they are ready. I see. Tomorrow's business meeting will determine the fate of our company. I'm a little scared to have you in charge of it, but it's what our CEO wants. I wonder what will happen if it all goes wrong. Yes, sir. I'll do my best. Oh, this is for you. I don't need that. I'm too busy to look through that. I understand. My name is Yuji Kagohara. This is my 3rd year working for this company. And the man who criticizes me like that is my boss, Tatsuo Hara. He's the head of the sales department, but he's shunned by his subordinates for his overbearing attitude and the way he criticizes them. The meeting was with a company who's well known to anyone in the industry. And initially, my boss, Hara, was supposed to go to the meeting. I'll have Kagohara to take the lead in the meeting this time, with you, Hara, supporting him. Since then, my boss would lash out at me even more than before. But I continue to make preparations bit by bit. Alright, time to go home. Hey, Kagohara, don't be late tomorrow. If this meeting doesn't go well, you'll be in huge trouble. I know that, sir. Thank you? All he does is criticize, huh? I wonder if it'll all be okay tomorrow. I'm going to the bathroom. Wait for me on the platform first. Yes, sir. I guess I'll go over the documents one more time. I rush over to the woman. Are you alright?
My stomach. My baby.
The woman replies to my question in a very distressed voice. So I immediately call 119. Hello? Excuse me. There's a pregnant woman in distress here. We'll be on our way, sir. Where is she? At OO Station. Thank you, sir. We're on our way. But I wonder if there's anything I can do to help. What's going on? There's a woman in distress, and she's probably pregnant. Is this even the time to worry about that? You should be worried about yourself, not other people. But, sir, just leave her alone and hurry up. But I didn't end up getting on the train. I can't leave her all alone when she's in so much pain. I'll hand over the materials to you, so please, go on ahead. Don't be stupid. This is a business meeting. Do you understand? I don't need the documents. Just make sure you're on time. Saying that, my boss got on the train. I most likely will make it on time for the business meeting. But I can't just leave someone in trouble right in front of me. I'll go get you some water.
I'm sorry. Thank you very much.
And then the train leaves.
That's...
I'll leave the water here for you. The ambulance will be here soon, so please don't worry. I kept talking to the woman and tried to reassure her. The station is outdoors, so the sun shines and beams strongly onto the station. Thank goodness we have a roof over our heads here. The woman seemed to have calmed down a bit, as she leaned herself on the bench and began to relax. I heard sirens approaching from the distance, and as soon as I saw the ambulance, I let out a sigh of relief. Hey, we're here! Are you okay? Thank goodness. I was relieved that the woman was in the hands of the paramedics, and I was about to see off the ambulance when I was approached by one of the paramedics. Excuse me, sir. Yes? Thank you for contacting us. So, the patient would like to get your name. Ah, yes. My name is Yuji Kagohara. Thank you very much. Then please leave the rest to us. Oh no! I started to run as fast as I could. I couldn't make it in time by train, so I called a taxi and jumped in. I asked the taxi to stop near the office and ran as fast as I could. I finally arrived. But what was waiting for me at the company's entrance was Hara, who looked really red in anger.
You! How dare you!
I'm sorry. I couldn't just leave her alone.
Because of you, our meeting is over. I'll tell our CEO about this.
My boss pressured me when I'm already apologizing to him about the situation.
Oh, Hara-san, you didn't leave yet.
She's Yumi Kaji, the CEO of a well-known company in our industry. She was a very beautiful but intimidating woman. Nice to meet you. My name is Yuji Kagahara of XXX Company Limited. I sincerely apologize for being late due to an unexpected event. I bowed my head before my boss could reply, although he was the one spoken to by Kaji's CEO.
Ah.
Is something wrong?
No, I mean, can you explain about what the unexpected event was? At our company, it's a taboo to be late. You know that, don't you? Knowing that, what was it that you still had to do that made you late?
If I say something weird here, it'll all go downhill. Yes, well, what happened earlier on was... And I began to explain that a woman was in distress at the station on the way to the meeting, and that I couldn't leave her alone, and stayed by her side until the paramedics arrived. After I finished my explanation, I bowed my head once again and looked at her. Then I noticed that her expression, which had been stiff earlier on, got gentle.
So it was you after all, huh?
Huh?
Maybe. Was it at the XX station?
The name of the station she mentioned was the very station we were at. Yes, that's right. But how did you know?
I was on the train at the time.
It was a shocking fact. I had no idea.
I couldn't help. I used work as an excuse and thought it'd be okay because someone was already helping her out. But you gave up your job to save her life. I respect that spirit of yours. All right, that's fine. I'll accept the fact that you were late because of that. Let's continue with our meeting then.
She looked me in the eyes as she said that.
Really?
I couldn't help but raise my voice and held my mouth in a panic. Seeing me like that, she laughed.
But not letting us know about it beforehand was not good.
Huh?
Hara-san, what's the meaning of this? You said earlier that your subordinate was late without giving you any prior notice, didn't you?
No, I didn't receive any prior notice from him. I didn't know.
I knew that my boss was this kind of person, but I really didn't think he would do that to someone outside of our company. Sir, how could you? Ma'am, I came to the station with Hara, so I told her exactly what happened. Of course, the fact that he didn't take the documents, and the fact that he tried to make me leave behind the pregnant woman as well.
Hara-san, I can't believe you were trying to trick your own subordinate. I don't want to do any business with you. Please, leave this place right now.
But it's the truth that he was late. And besides, he can't do this all on his own.
Do you really think that you being here would change things? If so, why couldn't we discuss about it earlier on? Couldn't you have solved the problem if you took the documents from him? I saw all of that part as well and informed you that I wanted to cancel our deal. The business meeting will be held with only Kagohara-san and I.
Oh, I understand.
Well then, let's start our meeting, shall we?
Yes, ma'am. Let me reintroduce you to myself again. My name is Yuji Kagahara of XXX Company Limited. I would like to express my sincere apologies for the many inconveniences I have caused today. I look forward to working with you today.
I also apologize for my delay to introduce myself to you. My name is Yumi Kaji, the CEO. I look forward to our discussion today.
And then we began our business meeting. I couldn't let this opportunity pass me by, so I went with everything I had.
Thank you very much. Your presentation was excellent. I heard that you've only been in your company for 3 years. That's amazing. I even wish you worked at our company.
Thank you very much. After the presentation was successfully finished, she began to open her mouth.
There are still some rough edges, but that's probably due to your inexperience.
Her compliments made my back tingle a little.
Then, may I ask for your continued support in the future?
Of course, ma'am. And so, the meeting went well and ended successfully. For a while, I wondered what'll happen, but I was relieved. Thank you very much for your time today. I look forward to working with you in the future. As I was packing up my belongings and getting ready to leave, she handed me a note with something written on it.
This is my personal contact information. I saw your presentation today and what happened at the station, and I'm interested in you. Would you like to have dinner with me? Please contact me at this number if you have any preferable dates.
With that, she walked away. I guess she knew that I would accept her proposal because she left without asking how I'd respond. I guess that's why she's the company CEO. Well, I'd better go back. Whew, I finally arrived. Huh? When I returned to the office, there was so much noise in the department that I could hear it even through the door. I'm back! As I opened the door, I saw our CEO. And in front of my CEO was my boss, who was sitting with his head held down. What's going on? I asked my colleague who was standing nearby. And before I could get an answer, a heavy voice echoed through the department.
What a mess you've made. Lying to a business partner? This has never happened before.
Yes, sir. I'm terribly sorry. Hearing their conversation, I quickly understood. I'm sure Kaji CEO told our CEO about the situation. Then, the CEO turns to me, perhaps noticing me coming back to the office, before my boss could blame it all on me.
Kagohara, you did a great job. Thanks to you, our company is in great hands now.
He acknowledged my accomplishments. Thank you very much. The applause continued for a while, but gradually it died down.
I'd like to hear more in details, but I have something I have to do first. Let's go, Hara.
I finished the rest of my work that day with a funny feeling in my heart and headed home. In the end, my boss didn't come back for that day. I'm free on Friday. All right. I checked my schedule that night and found that Friday was the closest available day. So I immediately sent a message to Kaji CEO. Right after I sent the message, my phone began to vibrate. I wonder who it is. What? I looked at the screen of my phone and see the name of Kaji CEO, whom I had just registered her contact information into my phone. I fearfully pick up the phone and put it to my ear. Hello?
Good evening. This is Kaji. I've cleared my schedule for Friday already. Do you have any allergies or anything you want to eat?
Good evening. No, I don't. Nothing in particular.
Okay, I understand. Then I'll prepare where we should go to. I'll let you know later on about the detailed schedule.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. The phone hangs up as soon as I said that. That scared me. I was truly surprised, but I guess I used up all of my energy for the day with that phone call. I slept like a baby. When I woke up, I received a message from her informing me of our schedule, as well as the time. She said that the location would be a surprise, so I replied back without trying to sound rude. From that day on, my mind was filled with the thought of having dinner with her. I was being a little bit anxious and nervous. I wonder if I'll be okay. What if I do something rude? I couldn't sleep at night thinking about all these things. Then came the dinner day. I arrived at the place an hour before the time we promised to meet up. I had taken a paid leave, just in case, and waited to meet up with her so as not to be rude. Then about 30 minutes to go before the time to meet up, I heard footsteps approaching. I turned my head in the direction of the sound of footsteps, and there she was, Kaji CEO, dressed in her casual clothes. Thank you for today. When I looked up, she smiled and bowed, following my lead.
You are early today.
I won't make the same mistake twice.
I see. That's a good way of thinking. Once again, thank you for coming today.
No, thank you very much. I am truly honored that you proposed this. I also bow deeply.
Standing here and chatting is great and all, but let's get going.
Kaji's CEO finished the conversation and began to walk in front of me, leading the way. The restaurant was just a short walk from where we met. We arrived at a private bar. Whew, I'm glad it's not a high-end formal place. I was relieved for the moment, but maybe I showed that because
I thought you'd feel more comfortable at a place like this, so that's why I picked here.
we entered the private room and each ordered a drink.
Well then, cheers!
With the alcohol, my tension and my nervousness gradually eased, and I was able to have a very nice time. And when we were about to call it a day, Kaji's CEO, who was sitting opposite of me, came to my side and said,
Would you like to go out again with me?
I had always thought she was beautiful, but with the alcohol, her cheeks were blushing, her eyes were round, and she looked even more beautiful. Oh, of course. From that day on, she asked me out every week, and we went out for drinks and also went shopping together. We talked a lot over dinner. She really is an amazing person. As we became closer and closer to each other, I found myself becoming more and more attracted to her. But because we were in different positions, I couldn't really express my feelings. Then one day, on my day off, Kaji-san and I had planned to go shopping, and we were meeting up at a cafe.
Excuse me?
Huh? Oh!
Excuse me for being so sudden. You're Kagohara-san, right? My name is Yuri Takanashi, and you were the one who helped me out before at the station.
To my surprise, the woman whom I had saved before was standing right in front of me.
Thank you very much for that time. I wanted to thank you, but I only knew your name.
No, I'm just glad you gave birth to your baby safely.
Yes, thanks to you. More importantly, on that day, I made you late for work, didn't I? I'm really sorry.
Oh, please, don't worry about it so much. Because I helped you that day, I also had a lot of good things happen to me.
Thank you so much.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Kagohara-kun. What's wrong? You look so happy.
Well, I bumped into the woman I saved before. I get to see her healthy baby, too. And then I thought to myself that I must have done the right thing.
Kagohara-kun, you really are wonderful. Well then, shall we go?
Seeing her laugh like that, I felt her love that seemed to embrace everything about me. I really do like her. There's no one else like her. Kaji-san, would you like to walk for a little bit?
That sounds good. Let's walk.
We were both silent for a while. It's now or never. Kaji-san,
What's wrong?
I really like you, Kaji-san.
What are you saying all of a sudden?
I'm sorry. I also thought this was all sudden, but I couldn't help it. I'm attracted to everything about you, from the kind smile you show me to your devotion to work. Please, go out with me. That was the best I could say right now.
Well, I was about to say something similar.
Apparently, you liked me from the first time we met.
You help out others, you're kind, and I could tell from your presentation that you're serious about your work. And this is my first time ever feeling that I wanted to be with someone so much like this. Me too. Please, go out with me.
And so, Yumi and I ended up going out. Now I have transferred to Yumi's company, and I'm supporting her as her secretary, both at work and in private. The company I used to work for didn't oppose the idea, but rather welcomed the idea for me to be a bridge between the two companies. My ex-boss was later accused of power harassment to his subordinates, and he soon left the company on his own, since it became an uncomfortable place for him. My ex-colleagues were happy to see that the company had become easier to work for. As a secretary to the company's CEO, I'm much busier than before, but I think my fulfillment level has increased dramatically than before. I'm hoping that Yumi and I will continue to support each other in the future.
Thank you for watching until the end. If you'd like to see more of our channel, please make sure to subscribe and hit the like button.